Well, yesterday was an off day for the players. Stress that, players. Obviously with the coaching staff. What we tried to do is we sat down. We sat down after the game for a bit, and then we sat down yesterday for an extended period of time and just tried to do an evaluation on where we think the hockey club has been heading, and if there was positives that we could accentuate and bring to the table and try to eliminate some of the negatives that are happening around our group. And we formulated some form of a plan that we presented to our players this morning. And we think there are some things that we can hang our hat on, that if we continue to get this group to commit to playing a more aggressive forecheck, a more aggressive defensive zone, that the tide will turn in our favor. We will eventually find ways to have success, but it's part of the process that has to take place, and we've got to push everything that is happening outside. And again, that white noise that we talk about has to become more of a reality. It's on the outside of our circle.
Some of your guys talked about a team game. Is that kind of part of the message?
Of course, you can't have success in the National Hockey League without having a team that's going to play a system and play a game, a strong team game that you're going to be in support in a lot of positions. If you look at what we've done and the things that we've done specifically over the last 5 games, it's been a lot better from a forechecking standpoint, a lot less shots against, a lot less defensive miscues from a structure or a team. It's more we've made individual mistakes within that, and it's cost us. And we have to improve in those areas. We can't have mistakes that are going to continually be committed out there that are going to cost you goals.
You asked the other day, we talked about getting 10% or 20% more from certain guys. Is that what you did this morning along those lines to reaffirm that?
What we tried to do is reset our group. At the beginning of the season, you always set goals and you set a template that you think you're going to be able to play to. Now, we've had various challenges, and the latest challenge is winning hockey games. But we've done some good things in there, so let's not just focus on the negatives. And the biggest negative is we haven't played well enough to win. And that's going to have to change, and we're going to have to continue to find a way to develop more consistency and make less mistakes than the opposition or the team we're playing against.
You're playing better discipline, small sample size, but the last 3 games you haven't had to kill off many.
It was one of the things that we stated, that discipline was going to have to improve, that we couldn't continue to have any momentum if we're going to take ourselves out of the hockey game with penalties. You give the opposition a chance for automatically they get momentum, a chance for momentum with a power play. And the other area we felt that we could be more aggressive in the defensive zone, that we could be more aggressive on our forecheck. We think that there's those 3 things, and I guess the 4th thing would be the face-offs. If we start with the puck more, and the last game we were 40% in the face-off circle, so 4 out of every 10 times in the face-off circle, meaning 6 out of 10 times they started with the puck. So you got to have the puck to be effective.
Is that always the center, or is it?
No, it's not always the center. And we've won face-offs where we didn't execute, where we had people and we had 3 people low, and we should have executed to a higher level. We made a mistake, or we hit a shaft of a stick, where we won the face-off and yet we didn't execute the breakout. Those are the things that come back to bite you.
When you sit a player down during a game for a while, like you did with Jake the other night, do you come back with him with a positive message?
Yeah, Jake and I met this morning, and again, it's about why. Why my message is that the mistake that was happened, and it did happen, and it happened the night before, and the day before, and the game before that it's not that he's been playing poorly. It's not that he's been playing poorly. He had 5 or 6 good, strong games. But in 2 games, he makes mistakes that the puck ends up in our net. It's hard to ignore as a coach. I told him that. And he feels that the mistakes that he made are very easily improved. And he should be able to improve that. And we agree. He's a talented young player. Can move the puck, and he can skate. And he's going to get that opportunity to do that again.
What made the decision to keep Morgan Riley? A couple days ago, you said it was going to be a tough one, but what ultimately led you guys to decide?
Again, we felt that when you have a young player, that you have to provide him with quality minutes and a quality opportunity. And my biggest worry is playing him too much. So he's earned an opportunity to be in our lineup, and we feel that he'd be best suited playing with us because he's going to play. He's not going to sit on the bench.
Randy, that day off yesterday for the players, how important was that for the guys to kind of just get away from the rink and just to hit the reset button a little bit?
Well, we think it's paramount. We gave them actually the choice after the game. And what we had asked of them is they have a choice. So there's a workout scheduled for after the game. If you don't want to do the workout, then we're going to skate. So either you do the workout or we'll have a practice yesterday. And they chose that they'd rather do the half-hour workout after the game and take the day off and then get themselves ready for today. And we agreed with them, and it was the wise choice in their decision on their part because, again, we've gone through a lot of hockey here in a very short period of time, and now we're into another stretch where we play every second day. That's the schedule we have up until Christmas. And we've got Phoenix, and that's the most important game for us on the schedule right now because we have got to come out and play with some energy, some passion, and go and attack.
How long were you at the office for yesterday?
Well, I started at somewhere around 8:30, and I didn't get home till after 5. So, but that's the life of a coach. That's what it is. There's times that you have to put extra hours in, and it's the same thing after the game. You don't get home till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Game's over at 10. There's a lot of things that you get talked about. What we try to do is to try to take a civil approach because the emotions run high immediately after the game. And you don't want to make decisions based upon emotion only. And some of the things that you thought were so bad when you review them weren't as bad as they were. And there's other things that you thought that were okay, but maybe they needed a little bit more attention to. You'll find that as 24 hours gives you a little different perspective because you're ramped up and you're emotionally tied to the event.